Welcome to this week's episode of 60 Seconds with the Superintendent. Well, last week we took a trip over to Strongsville Middle School to learn about a project-based learning experience that they put into place. This week we're at Strongsville High School to learn about how one of our English teachers took a book that everybody has to read and created immersive experiences for her students. Let's take a look.
Their study of Lord of the Flies novel study in an honors classroom is very conceptual. So it's, of course, theme-based, but we also follow patterns throughout the whole piece. So how do the characters develop? How does the historical and social and psychological commentary show up? So as we studied those things, we then aligned it with how to represent it for the people who are attending. They translated it into an experience for their peers. So the kids took it into their hands and just flew with it. They just blew up with ideas. And then from there, they took all of their jobs, and the accountability and ownership of the kids really led to the success of this. Myself and my student teacher, Erin Welsh, were just asking them questions and assessing their knowledge throughout. And once we got into the auditorium, that really motivated them. They knew what it was going to be like in the setting, and once they saw that, it flew to the ending. So it was absolutely a good assessment of their knowledge of the novel. They got the themes, and they were inserting their themes into their tiny parts of it. So when kids walk into the experience, they didn't 100% know what they were supposed to do. Their tour guides explained to them, this is our character and this is what we're going to act like. And then they followed their tour guide's lead throughout. And how their character developed, they developed the same way. So one of our components of novel instruction in the English department is tying some sort of outside source to it. Synthesis is one of our main skills. We saw the novel as a commentary on mental health. So our students wanted to make a change in their world by creating the opportunity to talk about mental health as it related to the novel. So our mental health ambassadors found character connections, novel connections, and then said, do you guys experience these feelings in your normal life? How do you deal with this? And we were just so impressed by our students and how they were able to articulate that and garner responses from their own peers. It was amazing. The number one thing that I was really happy with was that my students were proud of themselves. I wanted them to know that adults really do care about their learning and about their mental health, that we were there to listen to what they had to say. And so this was just enlightening for them.
The students throughout the whole process had 2 weeks of putting everything together. And so especially last week, we were on like crunch time and spending all of our time down in the makerspace, creating the fire and the pig's head. And in that crunch time, all of the students fully came together. My background in theater really drove the process of this. I knew I wanted to create a PBL, and so I brought it up to Mrs. Jimo that this is what I want to do. And then with her experience of being an accomplished teacher, and she took the idea and then we kind of developed it, and then I brought in my knowledge of immersive theater, and we kind of did a hybrid of all of those, and then they ended up creating everything, and we just kind of facilitated and directed them in certain directions. So being able to do this project-based learning with the guidance of Mrs. Jimo was just invaluable.
My favorite part of the experience was definitely kind of advocating for mental health and kind of shedding light on things that students don't like to talk about all the time, and kind of sharing a new perspective for them, and so they can understand more about things they don't want to talk about.
Was just being able to see all my classmates and kind of talk to them about these issues that honestly are relevant in all of us.
It was very good, just building bonds and connections with the class while coming together to create a truly amazing project.
My favorite part was watching all the little hard work coming together, because everyone had a small component of the project, and watching it come together to make one big experience that everyone was involved in was really cool.
So there's so many things I love about taking the book The Lord of the Flies and creating this experience to make it more meaningful for our kids. But one of the things that really stood out was the connections to other initiatives and work being done at the high school. So as you've heard, our mental health ambassadors came and talked to our students to link the traits of the characters in the novel to maybe some things that they would be experiencing as young adolescents and teenagers. So what a great partnership and connection to bring a book to life and to support our students and mental health needs. As always, thanks for watching, and go make it a great Mustang week.